take a slow, deep breath. Today, I want to share something really special with you. A secret, actually. It's kind of like the hidden operating system of our world. Most adults, they never take the time to explain how these things actually work. They always say, oh, we'll tell you when you're older. But honestly, you are a highly intelligent teenager and you are entirely capable of understanding this right now. So today, we're going to take a true insider's look at a massive cosmic shakeup. We're talking about an event so big, it's literally like someone dropped a financial bomb right over our heads.
Okay, let's dive into this. Have you noticed the news lately? While we are all down here on Earth, going about our days, the real heat, and I mean the world's real money, is moving straight into outer space. Right now, up in the stars, there is a literal palace drama unfolding among the biggest, most powerful satellite players in the world. And I'm going to let you in on exactly how this incredibly secretive game is played.
I want you to just look at that number for a second. $8 billion. That is the absolute shockwave a company named Rocket Lab just dropped on the market. Basically out of nowhere, they decided to spend $8 billion to acquire an older, deeply established satellite company called Iridium. And this move, it was so sudden and so incredibly massive, it completely stunned their biggest competitors. Companies like AST Space Mobile and even Elon Musk's SpaceX were literally left frozen, just staring up at the sky in shock.
To really understand why this is such a huge deal, we need to look at the main players. Think of them almost like they have different Pok'mon attributes, right? First, there's Rocket Lab. They used to just be the rocket delivery maniac. Basically, the hardworking delivery guys just trying to carry cargo into space for a fee. Then you have Iridium. They're the old spectrum landlord. They own the golden, highly coveted L-band spectrum, which means they hold the keys to a signal that reaches all the way from the North Pole to the South Pole. And finally, AST Space Mobile. They are the dreamers of the group, trying to connect regular, everyday iPhones directly to space. But here's the thing. Rocket Lab got totally tired of just earning basic delivery fees. They decided they wanted the whole pie.
Now, what these giant companies are actually fighting over are low Earth orbit, or LEO, satellites. Let's think about how cell service works down here. You go hiking up in the mountains, or say you're out in the middle of the ocean, and boom, your signal just dies. LEO satellites solve this completely. They essentially take those ground-based stations and move them hundreds of kilometers up into space, constantly circling the globe. Because they're relatively close to Earth, the signal is incredibly fast. It's kind of like having a lightning-fast fax machine at your grandma's house that suddenly gives you perfect, high-speed signal anywhere you go, no matter how remote you are. So you might be sitting there wondering, what does all this high-tech space drama have to do with you? Or, with everyday business down here on Earth? Well, let me share a very clever cheat code with you for understanding how real money works. Let's talk about a banana ice cream shop. Imagine for a second that you run the Cool Kid Banana Ice Cream Shop. It's a wildly successful business. But right now, you rely on a local banana farmer for your fruit, and you rely on a delivery truck to actually bring those bananas to your shop. Now, what happens if that delivery truck driver suddenly decides to double his prices? Or what if the farmer just decides not to sell to you anymore? Your entire ice cream shop could literally go bankrupt overnight. You see, you don't have control. And in the business world, if you don't have control, you absolutely do not have security. So the crucial point is a concept called vertical integration. This right here is the secret weapon that big bosses use every single day. Instead of relying on other people, you decide to just buy the banana farm yourself. And then you go ahead and buy your own delivery truck. Now you supply your very own ice cream shop. You drastically lower your costs, you keep all the profits for yourself, and you completely lock your rivals out of the game. And that brings us exactly to what just happened in outer space. Rocket Lab buying Iridium? That means they are no longer just the delivery truck. Overnight, they just became the banana farm, the delivery truck, and the ice cream shop, all rolled into one. They now control the rockets, they control the satellites, and they control that incredibly valuable signal spectrum. They have totally grabbed all the profit dominance, leaving their rivals with absolutely nothing to do but stand around and watch. But listen, this isn't just a simple business story. It's actually a massive global chess game. I want you to picture a dimly lit cafe. The air smells like rich coffee mixed with just a hint of high-tech metallic solder. In the very center of the room, there's a glowing holographic Earth, and gathered around it are the nations of the world, each represented by a different breed of dog, plotting their next major move in space based on their unique MBTI personalities. First up, picture a golden retriever in a perfectly tailored dark blue suit. He's an ENTJ commander, and he represents the USA. He slowly swirls a glass of whiskey, the ice clinking softly, and gives this very aggressive, confident smile. Since Rocket Lab took the golden spectrum, he says smoothly, I make the rules of this space game. He loves control, and he knows for a fact he currently has it. But over in the dark corner sits a massive Tibetan Mastiff. This is an INTJ planner representing China. He is deep, oppressive, and incredibly calculated. He slowly sips his hot tea, completely unbothered by the loud boasting. 8 billion is hard to digest, he rumbles in a low, heavy voice. My 1,000 sails satellite constellation won't stop. We will see who really wins in the end. Sitting nearby, there's an ISTJ duty fulfiller, a meticulous Japanese Shiba Inu. He is carefully, quietly adjusting a timer for his pour-over coffee. He isn't interested in the grand boasting at all. He focuses purely on discipline and yield rate. We will deliver the space components with precision, he states calmly. The responsibility for flawless parts belongs to us. Then, suddenly, we hear a sharp warning. An INTP analyst, a German shepherd representing Germany, is furiously tapping away on a tablet, analyzing risk models. Rocket Lab's debt is too high, he warns sternly. The financial leverage of this $8 billion deal is enormous. Stock dilution is imminent. Emotion cannot fix a financial run. He sees the cold, hard danger hidden right behind all the glamour. Meanwhile, sitting right on the floor, completely ignoring the high-level debates above them, are a creative Indian pariah dog, an ENTP, and a highly practical Vietnamese Phu Quoc Ridgeback, an ISFP. They are literally putting together hardware parts with screwdrivers by hand. SpaceX is too expensive, the Indian dog says excitedly. We'll use the cheapest commercial mode and just silently build the supply chain from the ground up. And finally, right in the very center, gently pouring coffee for everyone, is a Taiwanese mixed-breed dog. She is an INFJ insightful. She looks up at the screen displaying all the global orders and just smiles softly to herself. She knows that all these nations, despite their loud posturing, absolutely must come to her for hardware manufacturing. I see through this 8 billion drama, she thinks quietly. I don't need to brag. I'll just silently earn the tech dividends. Now, you might be asking, why am I telling you all this? How does a rocket launch thousands of miles away in the United States actually affect your daily life right here, right now? Well, it's the butterfly effect, my young friend. Let's trace that ripple together. Second one, a rocket launches in the US. Minute 10, that exact satellite provides a crucial communication signal to the front lines in a conflict, like in Ukraine. The entire world watches this happen, and a massive geopolitical internet outage anxiety sets in globally. Governments suddenly realize that whoever controls space has the absolute say in a crisis. So by month 1, billions of dollars in massive hardware orders flood directly into Taiwan's factories to build more defense systems. And this brilliantly illustrates a really vital lesson. Look closely at Taiwan's invisible tech shield, the global spaceships, the massive ground receivers. Literally none of it exists without Taiwanese semiconductors. The entire microwave communication supply chain is firmly anchored there. So it actually doesn't matter if the US or China wins the space race. Taiwan's hardware makers are the ultimate space arsenal. Being the quiet, highly prepared supplier is very often the absolute smartest, most profitable position on the entire board. So what do we actually do with all this information? I want to give you your very own personal playbook. Please don't be like the loud crowds who just blindly follow internet meme stocks. We are so much better than that. We look for the true underlying business logic.
Here is exactly how you can observe this world like a true insider.
Step 1. Master the Space Watch list. Go ahead and download a stock watching app, but listen to me. Do not spend a single dime of real money yet. Just add RKLB and ASTS to your list. Watch them really closely. Notice if RKLB manages to hold its support line at $80 or if it breaks right through the resistance at $93. Remember, we don't gamble. We read the K-lines, those candlestick charts that show you the market's true, raw emotions. Learn to decode the psychological warfare of those large financial institutions. Treat it exactly like you're reading the Matrix.
Step 2. Find the Guardian satellites. Do a quick search online for low Earth orbit concept stocks in Taiwan. You want to look for the companies that are actually physically building the ground receivers or the communication parts. And please, don't get distracted by all the hype. Filter your list down carefully to the 1 or 2 companies that are actually earning real measurable revenue. This kind of independent, critical thinking, this is exactly how you spot real value while everyone else is just blindly looking up at the stars.
Your curiosity is absolutely your greatest asset in this life. You are at an age where most people are just completely distracted, but you are right here actively decoding the hidden systems that run our world. And I am just so proud of your willingness to learn this stuff. Keep your eyes wide open, keep watching the skies, but much more importantly, watch the systems running behind them. So, are you ready to use this new insider knowledge? The next time you look up at the night sky, I want you to ask yourself, are you just admiring the pretty stars, or are you finally seeing the billionaire's chessboard hidden right there between them? Until next time, stay curious.